Good evening, friends, followers, and channel members. Okay, we're just jumping in a little bit early. How's the stream doing for everyone? I'm just getting some reports that it might be a little bit stuttery. Hopefully, Streamlabs has caught up and we're all working nicely again. Welcome. Hope you've all had a great weekend. It is, of course, Sunday evening, and we're off now to a destination which I think many of us will have flown pretty close to in the past, but how many of us have ever landed there? We've never been here on stream, so looking forward to having another new destination for you tonight. Porto Santo, which, if you're not sure where that is, well, if you've been to Madeira, it's the little island just to the northeast, which is far less treacherous to try and get into than Madeira, so should be plain sailing tonight. In fact, tonight it should be, as was it Barry that said, it's going to be all ocean tonight. But what better way to finish our Sunday off after a long week? A nice calm, hopefully calm stream, heading out over the Atlantic to Porto Santo. So really looking forward to that this evening. So welcome on board, everybody. Big shout out to those of you jumping in as we prepare to get going. Welcome Talvin, Elliot, Mantoga, Barry, James, the legend Dark Fury, of course, is here. J-Hog, Barry Barson, Mantoga, Christian. Hope you're doing well, Christian. Ace Airstreams, Swiss Pilot, hello. Hey, Fly Guy. Wayne, how are you doing, Wayne? I've not seen you for ages. Hope you're doing well, mate. Hack Andrew. VATSIM was online a bit ago. Not sure if they still are. I hope so for your sake. Hey, Lazarus, good to see you as well. Swiss Pilot, yeah, should be live weather, unless it's broken again. Hey, Ellen. Hey, Liana. Yep. Good evening, and a shout out as well to those of you watching on Twitch. Hey Lemon, hey Charlie, Mr. Poach, and Reflex 123424332. What a name. Okay, hi guys, hope you are all well. If you are watching on YouTube, the operational flight plan, as always, is pinned into the chat as usual. Hey MadMat UK123, thank you for letting me know everything's working well from where you are. So great stuff. Let's get on board and let's go. Let's go flying, shall we? So, where are we? Stand 108. Is my tablet working? Yes, it is. All right, let's zip through the operational flight plan. Not going to be too much to brief here. Lisbon is pretty straightforward. We know it well. Porto Santo, we've never done Porto Santo before. But it's just a nice RMP approach, so Fenix handles those pretty well. The other thing that we perhaps just need to consider is, you know, if something goes wrong, it's an island in the middle of nowhere, where we're going to go? Well, of course, Funchild's just next door. We'll see what the weather's like, see if that's actually a possibility tonight. But there is our flight plan, operational flight plan. We've got a payload of just under 14 tons. Fuerteventura is the designated alternate. A little tailwind pushing us down as well. Takeoff weight 65.265.3, so yeah, we're going to be a little bit overweight if we have to come back in, so we're above max landing weight at the time of departure. That's fine. There's our flight route, expecting runway 2 for departure. Nice views, and then runway 36 in Porto Santo. Shear rate looks fine. Total fuel, look at that, all that extra fuel. Of course, a lot of that is just for the alternate. You have a look there, you've got nearly 3 tons just for the alternate, so that's the reason why we've got quite a lot of fuel on board, and why we're going to be quite heavy for our departure. A quick look then at the flight route. We're in Porto, we're in Lisbon control for most of the flight. Yeah, this is what I want to see though when you're heading out over the Atlantic to Madeira. You want to see all the 9s. That is exactly what we've got. All the 9s today, and a very slight crosswind, so really there's no excuse for a nasty touchdown at the other end. So hope you are well. Okay, that's fine. Let's just have a look then at the weather brief, see if that's going to remain like that for the duration. What's today's date? It's the 14th, so wind 02013, that's what it currently is. Yeah, that's fine. I'll just having a look there then. Yeah, pretty much it's just going to stay exactly the same. Nothing's going to change. Right, what's happening in Fuerteventura? That's currently cab okay, so yeah, that's fine as well. And Funchal, that's currently 01013. That is within the wind limits, if I recall. if we had to get into Madeira, Funchal, then that would be the lovely circling approach to runway 05, but that's probably not going to be the issue today. Tempo gusting there though, just look at the bottom of that. Tempo gusting 010, 17 gusting 27. We'll have a look at that as we're flying en route, but I think that might be out of limits, so Madeira might not be a place to go if we've got if we've got severe trouble. Yeah, flight route, nothing exceptional there, is there? It's plain sailing out over the Atlantic, and no significant weather. Alright, so let's have a look. What we're going to take then fuel wise. Well, plug fuel is just over 7.5 tons. And what extra fuel can we throw on? So we're limited by our landing weight. We can throw a little bit of extra fuel on. You don't want to go too close to that, because obviously if we don't burn as much fuel, and Fenix does not burn as much fuel as the real aircraft, we know about that already. So let's have a look and say we're going to go with, I think if we go with 8, you want to take a little bit more, you know, you're flying over the Atlantic, you want a little bit of breathing room. Let's go with 8 let's go with 8.5. 8.5 should be fine. So the only thing I'm going to check before we do that, because I'm not familiar with Porto Santo, is how long is the runway there at Porto Santo? Oh, it's 3 kilometers. It's fine. It's not like a daft short runway, not like a Jersey or something like that. Yeah, okay. So yeah, 8.5 tons is going to be a good call, I think. And Barry Barton, our first channel member tonight, celebrating 22 months of training captain level channel membership. Barry, you're a legend, mate. Thank you so much. 22 months and counting. Getting close to 2 years, Barry. That's amazing. Thank you. Hey Kevin. Hey Brenda. Hope you are well. Hey Alan. Hope you're well. Right. So stand 208. There we go. Captain Luna says you've been to Porto Santo. It's absolute paradise. Fair enough. I've never been. Right, that's fine. Have we got some ATIS to listen to? Doesn't look like we have got any ATIS. We've got Lisbon controls online, but we haven't got any ATIS. So fair enough. Let's have a look at the tablet and we'll get information from there, see what's currently occurring here in Lisbon. So, hey Batsy, good to see you, Flyboy James, thank you for the follow on Twitch. Alright, let's grab the meta, just update that so we've got the latest one. Okay, so winds in Porto are currently, oh wow, look at that, that's a bit windy for those of you coming into land tonight, so that's quite going to be a decent crosswind from the left. So winds are 320 at 14, and it's gusting 24, and also varying 2903s. Yeah, so quite a westerly northwesterly wind for departure. We've got 10 kilometers or more visibility, so that's fine. A few clouds, 3,000 feet. Yeah. No worries there. Temperature 18, humidity is 1021. Alright, that's fine. And just whilst we're on this page, might as well just have a quick butchers at what Porto Santo's doing. If I can get it to load. There we go. Yeah, there you go. So 010 at 12. That's absolutely fine. Visibility is the main thing there. Okay, happy with that. I think we can probably then start getting set up. So if the cabin crew are happy, I think we can now start to let everyone on board. Where we stand 208. Got the chocks on. I do love these boards. I think they're they're fantastic. 37 minutes to departure. Now for some reason I don't think this flight is actually a departure jet. It's an evening flight. It should have departed tonight, I think, but it hasn't yet. So whether it will or not, I'm not sure. Maybe the real aircraft's been cancelled. You have to have a look on Flying Radar 24. Tell me what it says. Woodcut 83. Thank you so much, mate, for the 2-month resub on Prime. Thank you. Really do appreciate your support. Timbers, hello. Good evening. Okay, let's do our usual flows, but let's get the let's get people on board. They can start coming. Let GSX do his thing. Alright, so aircraft's obviously in its turnaround state this time of night, that's fine. Power, we're on external power, pumps are off, just get the packs off as well. Nav logo lights are on, IK pressures in the green, flaps, spoilers, parking brake, gear, etc. Yeah, that's fine. Alright, so QNH is 1021, Unicom guard frequency is on. I tell you what I haven't done, I haven't actually initiated the flight in the aircraft yet. Let's just do that. Just make sure that's been monitored as well. Switching thrust levers, engine masters, mode selector, that's fine, gear extension, all the usual things to check. Get the constraints on, initial climb out here in Lisbon, 6,000 I think. Barry, that frustrates me a little bit as well with those flags. I'd rather they just be you know, drooped down rather than that, because it bothers me as well. I mean, we can get windsocks and flags moving in this, I'm not quite sure why MK Studios haven't added that, but there you go. Alright, that's fine. Let's start setting the box up, and then 1 hour 22 minutes. Alright, let's check. We've got 3 nav greens, aircraft status, engines, and air cycles fine. Let's do our any request. Lucas, I was wondering how long it would be before someone would say, why don't you do Madeira instead? Come on, it's the fun one. Well, the thing is, Madeira's done to death. Everyone does Madeira. No one does Porto Santo. Poor little Porto Santo. So, you know, thought, well, I've never done it before, certainly so. Let's go for it. Right. Alpine. What's that call sign? 6735. Cost index of 4, of course. Temperature is 18. Oh, is that ATC? I'll contact you when I'm good and ready. Haven't moved yet. Tropo is 42744. Grab the winds. Oh, it wasn't ATC. Tap Air 95 Whiskey Papa, thank you. Alright, they're downloaded. Iris in it. Have we got the coordinates on the board? We do. Hey guys, come on board. We're going to be chasing that sunset tonight, so it should look really nice, I think. 38.45.9 north. 38.45.9 north, and we've got 983 west. 983 west. Yeah, that's fine. Alright, so winds done. Planning tonight 340 at 50 degrees. And the departure then, so runway 02 for departure, Ganson 6 November, and then arriving RMP, or RNAV as it says in the box, runway 36, and that's the Lidro 1 Hotel. Let's just double check. Yeah, Lidro 1 Hotel, let's find that. And the VIA is it Marsu? There's only one, so I'm presuming it has to be. Yeah, comes in via Marsu for the RMP approach. Fine. Alright, so on the flight plan we've got 550, I've got 541 in the box, so that's alright. Radnav page. Here in Lisbon there's only the really one nav aid we need, and that's the ILS. Sorry, LIS. So let's do our init B page. Have we got a preliminary load sheet yet. It doesn't look like we have, so let's just work on what we've got on the tablet. So we've got a 0 fuel at 57.8. Throw in the standard CFG of 30 till our dispatcher wakes up. Fuel for the alternate, it's quite a lot, isn't it? Is, let's call it 2.8 tons. And let's do our fuel planning. So we've said we're going to tell the guys to take 8.5 tons. Let's check on which are both departure and arrival airports payware. Yes, they are tonight. It wants 7.5, so yeah, exactly. We're taking an extra ton, so that's spot on. So that gives us a takeoff weight then of 66.1. That's fine. Obviously can't do our performance calculations just yet until we've got all the information that we need from our load sheet. But we will be doing a flaps 1 departure, so I might as well set that in there. That's not going to change. The other thing then to have a quick look at is SimSmart and check thrust reduction acceleration values 1395. We've got the 1395 for thrust reduction acceleration and the engine out acceleration, so we can just update that as well. 1395, 1395, and the engine out 1395. They're all the same. And now let's have a quick look then at our secondary flight plan. So this is standard then today. 1900 feet, right turn to ADSAD and enter the hold. So we can pop that in, secondary flight plan. So copy the active. Just check the departure. Is it straight out anyway? More or less. So let's just create an engine out SID waypoint based on LPPT runway 02. Departure runway track is 025. I will pop that 15 miles out. So that's just a waypoint that we've created now, 15 miles straight out on a runway heading. So pop that in. And then from there, where are we going? ADSAD. Check that looks right. There it is. Enter the hold. 344 right turns. Okay, and then obviously if we've lost an engine or something serious, we'll be coming back into Lisbon. And that will be arrival on the ILS 02. No star, no veer. I'll just get vectors from ATC back in. Alright, check what that looks like. Straight out, right turn, ADSAD, and then we're in. Lovely. Okay, that's done. Oh, company message has come in, so I'm hopeful that that is our load sheet. So let's check that out. Mona Lima celebrating membership for First Officer for 3 months. Mona, thank you so much. Good to see you on stream again tonight, Mona. Hope you are well. Alright, load sheet. Here we go. So it is a preliminary load sheet. That's fine. So what we got? Takeoff weight of 65 point... yeah, we'll already work this out anyway, haven't we, in the box here, 66.1. So fuel weight is 57.9. CFG 30.7. And our CFG for takeoff is 28.8. Right, now we've got all of that, we can do our we can do our departure calculations. Hey Lemon Wolf, hope you're well. So, runway 02, it is of course dry. It's going to be flaps 1, no need to force tug, anti-ice packs, they'll both be off. Takeoff weight, we're working on 66.1, the takeoff CFG is 28.8. Grab the live weather, intersection data, full length November 2 or Papa. Let's have a look. November 2, yeah, definitely not Papa. November 2 it is. So that's there. Okay, so speeds. Look at that. Look how high they are. Nice long runway. 153. 15. Ooh. That'd be nice if you could put it in like that. 153, 155, and 155. And we're flexing at 67. High flex as well. Tiago, just opened Lisbon Ground. Fantastic. We will be giving you a shout very soon then. Right, that's done. Box is done. Secondary flight plan is done. Time to contact indeed. Lisbon Ground. 10175. Let's give them a shout. Just before we do that, we just check what ATIS is in. We're in ATIS Information Golf. One two one seven five. Lisbon Ground, good evening, Alpine 6735, stand 208 Type A320, requesting IFR clearances filed Porto Santo, and we have Information Golf.
Alpine 6735, good afternoon, stand by for clearance, number 1, call you back.
Roger, 6735. So I just wait for that. Last few passengers are coming on board. Stun is starting to get low in the sky. Hopefully if we can get it out of here soon, it's going to look really, really nice.
Alpine 6735, confirm ready, copy.
Firm, Alpine 6735.
Alpine 6735, welcome to Lisbon Information Golf QNH 1021. Break clear to Porto Santo via the Ganso 6 November departure, squawk 3314.
Cleared via the Ganson 6 November departure, runway 02 and squawk 3314 QNH 1021, Alpine 6735.
Alpine 6735, for your flight direction, odd level is required, advise flight level 330, flight level 350.
Flight level 330 please, Alpine 6735.
Alpine 6735, read back correcting so much.
Thanks, and we'll call when ready for push, Alpine 6735. Alright, good, box is done, everything's set.
Okay, Roger, I'm a big fan of you. It's a pleasure to be controlling you today.
Thank you for being here. Okay, all set then. So let's do our departure briefs. So the weather here in Lisbon is very nice, very windy, but very nice. So as we can see, we've got fuel clouds 3000, visibility is 10 kilometers or more, winds 32014, gusting 24. So we're going to feel a little bit of a crosswind on departure. Aircraft type A320, fully serviceable. Only thing in the tech log is the non-working weather radar. Shouldn't be an issue tonight. No terms for the departure this evening. Threats to be aware of in Lisbon. Not too many, to be honest. Just watch sort of where we're going around here, just on the taxi. The actual airport itself, aside from that wind, just make sure we hold the centre line. Terrain is just a little bit of terrain to the sort of like the northwest, so just be aware of that if anything serious happens for our situational awareness. MSA as we depart 4,000, but then once we turn back on ourselves it drops 3,000. Of course, then we're over the Atlantic. So yeah, nothing really too much to worry about there. So we are stand 208 will push facing west, presumably on Zulu 2, Zulu 3, then it'll be Mike 4, and we'll tell them we can take November 2. If we get Mike 5, makes no difference because we're then valid for our performance calculations then. Very short taxi, so I suppose that's a little bit of a threat, lots to do in that short time, so we'll just make sure we don't rush that. We'll get everything done. When we're good and ready, then we'll continue to move on. No single engine taxi today, far too short. Departure then is pretty straightforward, straight out, and then it's a right turn initially, noise abatement to departure, and transition altitude here is 4,000 feet, and our initial climb is flight level 60. So there's no speed restrictions. We'll just clean up as we go on schedule, retracting the flaps, etc. Then we'll accelerate away. Let's go through the box, make sure we're all happy with what we've got in there. So flight plan, that's just confirmation 02 Ganson 6 November. That's all in there. Radnav is tuned, Lisbon VLR, which is to the northwest of us as we depart. Progress page, we've got 340, Optimus 35. Requested 33 actually. We might get up to 3. Might see if we get up to 35 a little bit later on, but that's fine. We've been told that 33 is what we need, so we're going to go 330. We'll just pop that in there now to confirm that. So that's fine. Performance page, confirm the V speeds 135, 155. 155. Clean is 218. Flaps 1 for departure, and we're flexing 67 today. Confirm noise abatement 2 with thrust reduction, acceleration, altitudes, etc. 13, so about 1,400 feet. Fuel prediction, looking to take off. Weight is 66.1, so we are above maximum landing weight. Remember that in case we need to get back in. And we should look to land with close to 5 tons of fuel on board. Secondary flight plan then is the engine out procedure. So that's the normal brief done. Emergency brief, so standard Airbus A320 emergency brief. If we have an issue after VU1, we'll get the aircraft into the air, and if we've lost an engine, then following the usual technique, climb 12.5 degrees to pitch, and then following SRS, get the rudder trimmed out, autopilot engage, pull the heading bug, carry on straight out, and then we can accelerate away, level off once we are above 1,900 feet. We'll look to turn to our holding point where we can get safe at 3,000 feet. Alright, I think that's it done. Let's get going, shall we? We've got quite a long flight ahead of us, just short of an hour and a half, so don't want to keep everyone too late on this Sunday evening. Let's get that APU all started.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome on board our Easyjet service. Please place your large bags into the overhead locker, wheels first, and keep your small items under the seat in front of you. These include laptops, handbags, duty-free and loose items of clothing. Once you have safely stowed your cabin bag, please take your seat. To help us ensure a prompt departure, we would kindly ask that you keep the aisle clear, enabling all remaining customers to board. Your seatbelt can now be fastened ready for departure. This is a no smoking service. Thank you for observing this policy.
Thank you.
Okay, so the flaps opening, APU starting up, we'll get the aircraft powered, then we'll disconnect ground power, get the ground crew into position, and then we'll chat with Thiago and get permission to push and taxi out. So just waiting for that to do. Company message has come through. Is that just our final load sheet? Yes, it is. Let's check that. Make sure we're all good. So takeoff at 66.1. Excellent. Got 147 passengers, 1 infant, and 28.0 is our final trim. So no LMCs that have affected us. Excellent. APU's up and running. Let's sort the overhead out then.
Ladies and gentlemen, from the flight deck this morning, let me welcome you on board this Easyjet aircraft as you settle into what we hope is going to be a most enjoyable flight. The weather today doesn't look to be posing much of a problem, so we should have a nice smooth ride for you throughout the duration of the flight. And as the cabin crew continue making their last preparations, if you could please assist them by getting yourselves sat down, your seatbelts fastened, and make yourselves nice and comfortable. The ground crew have now finished loading the aircraft, and we're just about finished with all our pre-flight checks, so it won't be long until we are pushed back. If you could please give the cabin crew your full attention as they go through the safety briefing, we'd very much appreciate it. So on behalf of myself and the First Officer, we'd like to say thank you for choosing Easyjet today, and we look forward to giving you a safe flight. Cabin crew, we're about ready for flight, so if you can use all the doors and cross-check, thank you.
Alright, so cockpit preparation checklist. Aircraft acceptance has been completed. Fuel quantity is 8.5 tons. Make sure that's set and balanced. Seatbelt signs are on. It is. Got 3.5 greens and the barrel QNH is 1021. Set, cross-checked, and 340 feet. Let's get that disconnected and throw that one away. Job done. Okay, ground crew, you can approach the aircraft and start getting connected, ready for push. And Lisbon ground Alpine 6735 stand 208, and we're just about ready to push.
Alpine 6735, pushing south approved, facing west.
Hello, Captain.
Push start approved, facing west. Thank you, Alpine 6735. Beacon lights on. Transponder. Mark, thank you so much for your one Easyjet SimPilot channel membership gift. Mark, that going to to Alien, great name. Mark, thank you, our first new channel member of the night today. Thank you, Mark. Really do appreciate your support, mate. Good to see you tonight. Okay, so the before start checklist, parking brake is on, takeoff status confirmed, windows closed, EFB is on flight mode. It's not, but let's pretend it is. Doors are closed and armed and the beacon light is on. Dark Fury triggering a failure. Okay, we need to... you swine. Dark. Okay, we will do it. So we're going to go tail to the left, aren't we? We will do it. But failures do obviously need to be done in the air, otherwise the stream could end up just finishing right here. We don't want that, do we? So, part of the T's and C's. We will trigger a failure. The question is now, when do you want it to be triggered?
Lisbon ground Osprey 495, gate 116, request push and start.
Dark Fury, what are you doing?
Osprey 495, pushing south approved, facing south.
Push south approved, facing south, Osprey 495.
Parking brakes, please.
And parking brakes released.
Commencing push. All engines clear. Start
Canada 541 head.
Engine 1 selected to ignition and starting engine 1.
Canada 541, go ahead.
Noticeable steering is disconnected.
Good evening, sir. On the 145 formation, Salto requesting our third.
JPF, you're quite right. EasyJet have moved now over to Terminal 1. I'm being a little bit historic here, aren't I? Plus, I do like seeing the passengers walk in. GSX does a great job of that.
So we'll clear to destination Montreal by about 3 November departure runway 2. And set squawk 4743 Canada 541 head.
Canada 541 is...
Oh, I'm going to need my QRH.
1021 on board and respecting the
Ladies and gentlemen, we now ask for your attention while we take you through the safety procedures on
Canada
this aircraft.
541, is that
A
correct?
safety card is in your seat pocket showing the exit routes. oxygen masks, life jackets, and brace position that you must adopt if you hear brace, brace. There are 2 emergency exits at the rear.
Oh, look at that
4 in
sunset.
the middle, and 2 at the
Can't believe you're
front.
doing the flight dark with such gorgeous scenery ahead.
To an exit. Please be aware that your
Engine 1's happy and available, starting engine 2.
in an
Parking brake set.
emergency, leave all
DC Good! Oh, a year and a half of channel membership, DC. Great to see you, mate. Hope you're doing well. Says, always nice to follow the streams, DC. Always nice to have you here as well, mate. Thank you for your support over the last year and a half.
at all times.
Very, very kind of you. Good to see you here.
If the air supply fails, masks will drop from above you. Pull a mask towards you to start the oxygen. Put the mask over your nose and mouth. Hold in place with the strap. Pull on each side to adjust. Put on your own mask before helping others. If we land on water, take the life jacket from under your seat. Put it over your head. Pass the tapes around your waist. Click together and pull the strap to adjust.
I hope the failure gods
Do
are
not
nice to
inflate
us.
it inside the aircraft.
Tow track disconnected.
When outside,
Bypass minimum.
inflate by pulling the toggle. If it fails to inflate or
Left is
needs
good.
topping up,
Right is
blow into the tube. There is a light and whistle.
Oh, where the
in
tug
front of
goes. Just watching engine
We
number
also
2
carry
start.
flotation
There we go.
control.
That's available.
Your tray table must now be
So,
stowed, armrest
engine
down,
selectors back to
window blinds
normal.
open, and seatbelt fastened.
That can
We
come
wish you
off.
a
That can
pleasant
come
flight
off.
with Easyjet.
Spoilers, rudder, flaps, and set the trim. Okay. And the after start checklist. Anti-ice is off, econ status is checked. Pitch trim is 28%, rudder is neutral. Fine. Okay, flight control check. Full left,
Osprey for
Full right.
495, ready
Full
for
up.
taxi.
full down,
Osprey 495, taxi via Mike to my coding point 102.
and rudder. Full right, rudder, full left, and neutral. Okay, just quickly get the charts up.
Please confirm, could that taxi via Alpha, Mike, November 402, Osprey 495?
And Eastwards, mate, thank you so much. That's an incredible donation there. €5.99 donation saying a bit of cash in case Dark's failure sends you back to Lisbon so you can grab a nice coffee. I know.
Taxi 202 via
Really looking forward to
Alpha,
Porto
Mike,
Santo.
Mike 5, Osprey 495.
Ground Alpine 6735 is ready for taxi and we can take November 2.
Alpine 6735, confirms working with Charlie.
Standby, easy 6735. And easy 6735 should be squawking mode Charlie now for you.
Alpine 6735, thank you so much. Taxi via Zulu 3 and Mike to my coding point 502.
Phase 03 and Mike to holding point November 2 for runway 02, Alpine 6735.
Yeah, if you want, you can take November here in Lisbon. When you taxi via Mike, you go to Mike 5, but you can take via Mike and November to November holding point 102.
Roger, thank you, Alpine 6735. Okay, yeah, so right turn and then just follow the
Just
Mike
because
line.
you are a great tour.
Right, let's let's go. So taxi light on, we'll get that on. And done and done. Let's go. So quick pets check, no LMCs, or change to our performance, flex departure all the way, drive figures from November 2. Engine out procedure is obviously standard, straight out, 1,900 feet, right turn to Arctic. Not Arctic, what the heck's the holding point called? Can't remember. ADSAD. Arctic somewhere else entirely, which is in the secondary flight plan, and we're going to get ourselves nice and safe at 3,000 feet. Departure is Ganson 6 November, straight out, no speed restrictions, right hand turn, noise abatement 2, and it's a initial climb is 6,000. And just while I'm doing this, I've just caught sight of that. Barry, mate, that is incredible. Thank you so much, Barry. I will come back to that once we've just got through this this taxiing checklist. Barry gifting 10 EasyJet Sim Pilot Channel membership points. Amazing, Barry. Thank you so much for your support. It's incredibly kind of you. Good to have you on board tonight, Barry. Let's hope I can get you somewhere safe after dark wrecks my aircraft.
Good evening.
So taxi checklist, flight controls have been checked, flap settings, config 1, FMA, climbing up to 152, and
6735. Unfortunately, no further ATC available. Monitor Unicom 1 to the simulator. Have a great flight. Thank you so much for being here. I'm a big fan. Bye bye.
over to Unicom, and thank you so much for coming on ground frequency for us. I really do appreciate that. Alpine 6735. See you again soon.
Bye bye.
So I'm just going to run that checklist again. So flight control's been checked, flap setting config 1, FMA, we've got climbing up blue, 1FD2, 6,000 blue. Radar predicting free shear is on, ECAM memo, we've got takeoff, no blue, AFB is stowed.
Clearance Porto Santo.
Last station con radio 5, information hotel QNH 1021, very clear to Porto Santo by the gun 6 November departures.
Right, so I've got traffic on final. And Lisbon traffic Alpine 6735 for the aircraft on final runway 02. Could you just let us know how far out you are, please?
miles.
Roger, thank you. Alpine 6735 Lisbon traffic is lined up for departure runway 02. Lineup checklist. Cabin is secure. Takeoff runway via November 2, runway 02. TCAS, TA, RA, PAX 1 and 2 are off. Let's go. Okay, I'm going to roll in takeoff as well. Remember, engine number 1's critical. We've got a nice, decent crosswind from the left. Gorgeous looking airport, isn't it? Porto. Not Porto, Lisbon. Porto's nice as well. Okay, and takeoff. Start the chrono. 50% and 1. And set takeoff thrust. Manflex SRS runway. Look at that sunset. Fair bit of right rudder holding that centre line. 100 nets checked.
Lisbon traffic, airport to ground 761, short final 02.
Whoa, V1 rotates, get in the air, flipping heck.
Positive red corn, 0.
And nav.
Lisbon traffic was preferred 95, behind arriving traffic, lining up 02 behind.
As the Phoenix team have said that crosswinds are a bit of a pain at the moment. Version 2 does fix that though, have tested it, and crosswind departures are far more stable than that, thankfully. Thrust climb, climb. Who needs Dark Furious failures when you've got a crosswind in the Phoenix? Autopilot 1 engaged. I didn't let go of the rudder, HD. I'm slapping myself all the time to remember that. What I should have done is I could have put up the flight controls there and you could have seen my input. I need version 2 of the Phoenix to come out. It is so good. That's airspeed. Clean up. don't let go of that rudder until I'm airborne, and then I just sort of like weather cock into the wind. Okay, no further ATC. Let's continue that climb.
Lisbon traffic Osprey 495, landing up 02.
Oh, come on. Standard pressure. 250 blue, and climb. Oh, Lisbon looks awesome. Imagine keeping that view for the next hour or so. HC says, seems like a industry suddenly veered off to the other aircraft, said it was on short final. Oh, I see what you're saying. So, almost as though my mental capacity went into listening rather than my my foot control. Interesting. I can see how that looked. I do promise I didn't let go of the rudder. Certainly not, I don't know, unconsciously? I need a black box. I'm sure there's an app that does that. Miguel, I've no idea when version 2 is out, but I have been fortunate enough to test what they've been working on. It is very good.
Lisbon traffic Osprey 495, departing 02.
I couldn't consciously even say I noticed the other aircraft saying it was on final, because I knew I was going to be out there well before him, so that wasn't on my mind.
Sign is on. We recommend that you keep your seatbelt fastened whenever you are seated. Toilets are located at each end of the cabin. Remember that smoking is not permitted at any time. This includes e-cigarettes.
Okay, 10,000 feet. Let's just do our usual stuff. So lights are already off. 330. Optimum was 35. So actually, let's go with that. So 350, and we're going to go into open climb. 350 blue, open climb. That's fine. That's updated as well. So onto the performance. Cost index 0. Secondary flight plan. I'll give it in for now because our holding point is it's just over there. If something goes, you know, really messy. HD Lisbon winds 32014, gusting 24. So quite a decent one from the left. So now, thanks to our legend, Dark Fury, he might not be a legend for much longer after this, he has purchased a failure, which means that, hang on, I need to just get my documents out. I haven't got them knocking about here. Which means that we're going to do a random failure, because Dark likes to wreck my aircraft. So here we go. It will be a random, and we're going to go to, is it config, failures, random failure, and trigger. So not sure when that will happen, but it is triggered, so we'll wait and see. Now the fact that HD is here actually points to quite a good little moment, because let's just get seatbelt signs off. What I have noticed, and HD will be able to just explain as to whether this is you know, true or not, is something can fail and you not know about it until perhaps another stage of flight. So something could have failed on the aircraft now that isn't affecting us. Maybe something that, you know, the engineers will come and have a look at later, you know, when they're, for whatever reason, servicing the aircraft, and they'll think, oh, that's not working. But because it's not affecting sort of like a normal stage of flight now, we've not got an ECAM. So this was something that I've been playing around quite a bit with failures recently, more for my own sort of training, but I've been hitting the failure button and thinking, well, hang on, nothing's happened. Why is nothing happening? And I'll go through and have a look and see if anything has failed. And you'll actually see, actually something did fail, but it's not going to affect us. Hate to say is that some failures are inhibited during the critical state. Yeah, so landing and takeoff, etc. Which is why you often see the inhibit thing as well, don't you? But that's why I like to get to sort of above that. We're just in the climb now, so anything that should happen, if it's going to happen, would have come up. But so we know that I hit the failure button, and you all saw me hit that failure button. So if I now go into, is it maintenance and fail? No, not there. It doesn't show it there. Where does it show it? Is it in config? Is it in manual failures? Yeah, so now if I scroll through here, yeah, look, something has failed. Dark Fury, you okay, this isn't one that's going to concern me. So I think so the first officer's DCDU has failed. There you go. But there's no ECAM warning for that. You've just got a blank screen. So I turned mine off. Mine's working fine. Poor George. We can't read anyway. So there you go. There's your failure. Yeah, it wasn't even turned on, so I wouldn't have even noticed. There was no ATC, so nope. Pedro asks, what kind of failure is that? It's probably a realistic one. Poor Dark Fury. 100,000 easy points well spent. Oh, I see what's coming here. Eastbirds, who has far too much money to burn. Alright, I tell you what, to be fair, let me turn on all failures as well. So HD, can we dispatch with it? Is it worth considering? Well, this is what's going to lead me on to my next question then, HD. So, obviously, I know that's failed. Basically, the only way you'd know about it, presumably, in the real thing, if it had failed, is obviously in the real world you have it turned on. I didn't bother because we hadn't got anything. So yeah, there's no sort of ECAM war. Oh, Dark, what are you doing as well? Oh, 2 failures, Jesus Christ. Alright, we'll honour those in a second. Let's just work through this first one. The only way you'd know if it's not working or not is not because you get a bing or a master caution or anything like that. You just have a blank screen. That's the only way you'd know, isn't it? Right, okay. So, just before I go any further then, are we actually allowed to take off with a screen missing? I mean, we've already taken off, that's fine, but we've got to get this aircraft back to base. So, if I just have a look in my... Have I got the MEL anywhere? Here it is. Alright, we'll just do a quick search for that. Oh, I can never remember the acronym. What is it? DCDU. Yeah, okay, so quick search for that. The data link control display unit. Right. So, repair interval HD, 1 may be operative, 2 installed, number required 1, and it requires the placard. So yeah, we can dispatch with it. So once we got to Porto Santo, we could turn around and come back, and that's not going to be an issue. It's not an entry, it's an item. It's not an entry because you don't get an ECAM. So that's I do like that little thing. Entry is E. E for entry, E for ECAM. So yes, requires a placard. So there you go. But basically, in terms of as failure goes, we've confirmed the failure. Yep, it busted, and it's not going to affect our flight. Funnily enough, procedures do not require to see data link below flight level 285. So if you're going below that, both may be inoperative, provided that all flights are planned below. So if the other one, this is interesting. So if the other one broke, we would be limited then. We'd have to fly back below 28,500 feet. That's some strange stuff. And then there's some procedural ops to look at as well. Let's see. Actually, does it have an M next to it? Not that I can see. No. So, who places the placard? Oh, no idea. There you go, HD. Go get your work iPad. We are going to spin the wheel again, though, because we've got 2 more failures. And why have you guys saved this for the night that we're heading out, getting dark over the Atlantic? Come on. Christian, why is the DCDU INOP a limiting factor? Flight preparation limitations, DC data link communication, if it's not available, flight limitations. I presume it's to do with the fact that, I don't know, busy frequency, they can't get in touch with you if they need to, your high altitude or whatever. But yeah. But yet the data link control and display unit is required for flights above flight level 285. That's strange, isn't it? There's obviously a reason for it. What that reason is, who knows? Okay. Well, we're about to reach our top of climb, and we'll look at breaking something else, shall we? Tiago just connected from Lisbon ground. Hope you had a bit of traffic there as well to keep you entertained for a while. Hey Wally, good to see you. Alright, so on to the next one. Tiago, I will not be able to... well, not tonight anyway. Not tonight. Okay, let's go with all failures turned on then. Store that as default, actually. Alright, Eastbirds, this one is yours. Oh, for... okay, that's a tad more annoying. So, second failure's up. I happen to have lost another screen. Right, in that case, HD, you're flying this aircraft from the right-hand seat tonight. Now, that could be interesting. So, if we were on the way to Funchal, which we know is a captain's only landing, well, then suddenly that becomes a bit more of an issue. So, has the screen knacked, or yeah, it's the screen. It's just the screen that's knacked. Interesting. Okay, well, let's confirm the failure. Bashing it doesn't help. Now then, is there anything in the QRH about getting that back up and running again? Eastburg says that, can I turn it on and off? I mean, let's see. Ooh. Let's turn that off. And see if we can turn that back on again, shall we? Oh, it flickered to life then. Ah! Good old Airbus logic. Doesn't mean to say it won't short out again though, for whatever reason. So, 2 failures down, 1 to go. I mean, oh, there you go. It has. It's buggered again. I'll actually go through the QRH this time, see if there's something we can pull. Anyway, let's just fly the aircraft. Mac Alt Start. Oscar Eve, mate, thank you so much for your £5 donation, saying have some money in sympathy. Thank you, Oscar. Really do appreciate that. And you know, my primary objective still is fly the aircraft. So we've got Mac Alt Cruise. We've still got things that we need to do. I've got the standby instrument there, so I'm going to pop never. I thought that was broken then. I'm going to pop that on there so we know where we are. We can do a fuel check, and we've got our top of descent in around 300-ish miles. So I mean, it's quite a long flight tonight. So we've got another hour to go. So let's just do the usual stuff now. We've hit top of climb, and then we're going to go through the books and work out how we're going to deal with this failure. Okay, I don't want to rush through these. You know, let's try and do it as properly as we can. So yeah, top of climb. I just do the usual stuff. Let's just check the lower ECAM, the SD pages, etc. Let's do that.
Ladies and gentlemen, from the flight deck, you'll be delighted to hear that we're now at our cruising altitude, and we hope to give you nice views throughout the flight as we have good weather ahead and should be experiencing any turbulence. Of course, this means that you will not smoke any of your drinks that you may have from the cabin crew as they begin to start making their way around the aircraft. Could you please ensure that the eyes are kept clear so the cabin crew can offer you their cabin service, which will begin shortly. A reminder that Easyjet's pilot channel members are able to access free drinks throughout the duration of the flight. Thank you, and I invite you to sit back, relax, and enjoy the remainder of the flight.
Okay, so that's all fine. I'm not got a fuel leak at least or anything daft like that. See, if you had that as a failure, then unless something really has broken within the fueling system, you perhaps wouldn't know unless you checked. Anyway, I just want to have a look now at our fuel. I mean, we've got plenty of fuel, but check the fuel burn, stuff like that. Just while I'm getting the tablet back loaded and synced up. So we're now, what, 100 miles away from Nata. Let's check that out. Where are you? There you are. So extra fuel overall, what did we take? We took 8.5 tons. 7.7. Let's blog. So that's about 800. 8, 9, 10. So about a ton with the contingency in there. So we've got about a ton extra. So then at Narta, we just need, as we cross it, we're looking to have about 6 tons of fuel on board. We've got 6, 7 at the moment, so just check it as we get there. And just as I've been doing that, Christian gifting 5 Easyjet Sim Pilot channel memberships. Christian, amazing. Thank you so much. He says this happens when you spill your tea everywhere. What, the screen or the gifting of memberships? Christian, thank you so much for your support. Really do appreciate that. And of course, just heading back to Barry's huge donation as well. 10 Easyjet Sim Pilot channel memberships as well. Just as we were taxiing out, ready for takeoff. So Barry, a massive thank you again to you. Sorry that I didn't acknowledge that too much whilst we were getting ready to go, but thank you so much, Barry. And Christian again, loads of new channel members coming in tonight, so guys, welcome, and hope you get yourself into the members lounge on our Discord server as well. Thank you so much, Christian. Barry, your support is everything. Mark, thank you so much as well. All right then, let's have a look at this this busted screen. Okay. Now, let's have a look. Navigation display. Thing is now, having a look through this, what the hell am I going to search for? ND? That'd take me months to get through a list with the letters ND in it. Okay, let's come off the minimum equipment list. Let's just see if the QRH has got anything better to go at. Right, so I'm just searching through navigation. Such a long blooming list. Okay, display unit failure. We see, we've not actually had an ECAM, have we? Yeah, I'm just on the display unit failure there. We've not had an ECAM, so if display unit flashes, well, it technically did. If the captain's primary flight display, navigation display, ECAM display unit, or McDo 1 is affected, turn generator 1 off. If the DU flash continues, put it on. If the DU flash stops, keep generator 1 off. Rudder trim, check, reset. Use the side slip indication to reset the rudder trim if necessary. APU start, consider. First officers, no, that's fine. If the display unit is blank, with or without the large amber F, or distorted or brightness, reduce to minimum. Turn the brightness down, off then on if unsuccessful. Consider ECAM navigation display cross feed. If display unit's not recovered, DU is so it's just turned off. I don't particularly want to be turning generators on and off. HT asks, out of all the ones, which one's most likely? Did it flash? It did. It did. Oh, do you mean it flashed before it... sorry, before it failed? Ah, sorry, I thought you were talking about when I turned it off. Like that. And then turned it back on again. Although it's not flashing now, it's just deaded. I think it may just be dead. Oh, these click spots. What would a flash indicate? Epilepsy? What, like that? Oh, hang on, we've got it back. Well, now that's interesting. Just as we're doing that, Twilight Raidingers with a party of 6-1 on Twitch. Hello, guys. Hope you are all well. Right, that's just come back. That's interesting, isn't it? Oh, it's dead again. Okay, I think we're just going to have to safely assume that there's a bit of a faulty unit there. So if the DU is blank, which it is, DU brightness off then on, we did that. If unsuccessful, DU knob affected as required, consider ECAM navigation cross feed, primary flight display navigation cross feed. Okay. I think we just consider that sort of dead. HD's take the... Oh, HD I think is now doing what I've just said. Obviously there's a delay in the stream, isn't there? Basically, QRH finished. We've not got it back working. We're stuck. Now, yeah, that was going to be the next suggestion. Over to the MEL. How does this affect us? Not perhaps now, but how does it affect us with regards to the next bit? You know, departing again. I've just got to find it, that's all. Right, in flight, here we go. If pilot flying display unit fails with no automatic transfer to the associated NDU, PDF brightness control knob to off. Are we in the right place then, HD? After I've just read that out. Oh, hang on, you've just given me a reference. That might help. Let's see if we can find that. 31 63 Alpha. Find that. Ah, there we go. For aircraft with RNP AR capability, RNP AR is now not permitted. It's fine, we're not going to be doing that anyway. If Commander 1 is per pilot monitoring to perform, okay, we're not performing that, but to perform RNP approach. RNAV 1051 operations use primary flight display navigation to temporarily display navigation information on the operative DU, which is what we've currently done. If C1 is pilot flying, which today he is, he can only be the pilot flying once the aircraft is established on an ILS, or once the aircraft is established on a non-precision approach, or once the aircraft is on a visual approach. CM1 as pilot flying is not permitted for RMP approach operations, which is what we are going to be doing today. Maximum landing capability Cat 2. So this is interesting because obviously if we were now going into Madeira, we couldn't do this. We couldn't do this going into Madeira because that is the captain's only landing in Madeira, and obviously the captain left-hand seat couldn't make that approach. I think we're right in saying that, HD. Now, I'm not sure of Porto Santo. I am guessing that is not a captain's only landing. I can't believe that that's a captain's only landing, but that is pretty straightforward, it seems to me. It's just normal RNP approach, nice long runway, no massive terrain around it or anything like that. HD says, grey area. Love it. Come on, earn your money. HD, what approach can you do in Madeira? Oh, I suppose you could do a... There's visual prescribed track, isn't there? Yeah, there is visual prescribed track. So I suppose you would be able to do it then. Because, as it says, the CM1 can be part of flying once the aircraft is established on the ILS, once the aircraft is established on an up-precision approach, or the aircraft is on visual. Can you do VORs to visual approach in Madeira? Yes, you can. So, okay, that's how I suppose you could get around that. All right, let's move on. I'm just cautious, obviously, of the time and what we got. Not going to be too long before we're hopefully heading down to somewhere safe. So on the ground or in flight, the NDU1, turn that to off. Okay, let's do that. So that's now off, I think. I'll leave that there. Navigation display unit 2, obviously that doesn't affect us, as I believe theirs is still working, thankfully. So then, let's have a look at the MEL item for this though. So, can we actually depart from Porto Santo with this failure? Quick look at that. Repair interval C, number installed 1, number required 0, requires the placard. Maybe inoperative, provided that pilot flying display unit 1, pilot flying display unit 2, navigation unit 2, EW, DU and SDU are operative. Check landing capability, check RVSM capability and RNP capability. So in answer to that question, can we dispatch back Porto Santo to get into get back to Lisbon? Yes, we can. So I think, all things considered, we're good to carry on. You know, if this was a real flight, would be good to carry on get down in Porto Santo, where I'm going to presume they haven't got a mass line of technicians waiting to repair an A320. I don't know, they might do, but it's not an EasyJet base, it's not a massive airport, is it? And then get this aircraft back, and then let the tech guys sort it out. So I think that sounds like a decision that we'll go with. I will wait for my my PM to concur. Christian, can I just quickly check the electric ecam to calm his OCD? Yeah, that's okay. Oh, look at that! And there you go. In-op systems, Cat 2. Maximum landing. Oh, ooh, actually, that's interesting. So, maximum landing capability, according to the failure we got in DUI, is Cat 2. Although Cat 2 is now in-op, so we can't auto land. Well, all right. No, technically you could, but not with Cat 2 minimums. So are we all in agreement after trawling through the documentation, working things out, we can't get the failure righted, that we're okay to carry on and fix the aircraft back in Lisbon? What star are we doing HD? We're on Lidro 1 Hotel. Here. Lidro 1 Hotel. Oh, we've got another failure to go. Oh, come on, guys. Oh, you paid for it, I suppose. Hang on. I'm just making sure that before we trigger the next failure, PMHD is happy with the assessment of the situation, that we're good to carry on. We're safe to carry on. Coming in Lidro 1 Hotel. Yeah. Alpha, what happened to the primary flight display? It knacked, basically. Mantoga, could I not just swap seats with George? I know. I think as well, in the real grand scheme of things, if this was, you know, the kind of real flight kind of thing, presuming Porto Santo isn't a captain's own landing, which I do not think it is, then yes, that would make sense to say, do you know what, mate? You fly, because you've got more information at your disposal, and I will PM. HD is happy. All right then. Oh, I need a beer. So there's another failure to go. Let's trigger the next one. Please be kind. Triggered. Might happen straight away. Might happen in a little bit. Might be something so in the background we don't even notice, which I'm kind of hoping for, let's be honest. HD, no restrictions in Porto Santo. Okay, real life procedures. Then I'd be saying, there you go, mate. You've got the lot. Your aircraft. You can do the landing. We're going to be doing the briefing a little bit as well, because how long we got? We've not got too far, to be honest. The briefing to this doesn't look too bad. Christian says, HC, doesn't the quote "we're to go Houston" imply that we're going to land on the water? PFD2 failure. Yeah. Then we, well, presumably, yeah, one there, and work it between you. We'll have one primer flight display and one navigation display. Right, well, looks like failure number 3. Thankfully, it doesn't appear to be anything that's too obvious. Oh, hang on. What's that? It's not bing as an ECAM. Alright. Oh, the PTU's buggered. That's failure number 3. Okay, so initially fly the aircraft, PTU messing and no longer working. Is that a problem? No. No. It's not affected our flight controls or anything daft like that, you know. Unless we start to use some, lose some hydraulic pumps or whatever, then it will become a problem. So, at the moment, we can continue flying, aircraft safe, we're all good and happy. Now, let's have a look to see if there's anything we potentially need to have a look at. So, I'm guessing that there's probably not that much you can do about this, to be fair, in flight. It's something that needs fixing on the ground. So, just jumping through the QRH, searching for the PTU. I can't see anything in the QRH for the PTU, so fine. Let's jump onto the MEL. Make sure that's not going to mess us up later on. Doesn't mean I won't be single engine taxiing in though. Actually, no, forget that. That's the... where are we? MEL, PTU. See, we've not even had an ECAM, so it's not an ML entry. PTU push button switch fault light. That looks like the good one. Or is that actually a fault with the light rather than the PTU? Oh, here we go. I was looking at the wrong page. Found the right one now. Assuming this is the right one. Yeah, okay, so MEL item, power transfer unit. PTU may continuously run when set. So repair interval C. Number installed 1, number required 1. Placard no. PTU may continuously run when set to auto, provided the operation of the PTU in both directions checked before the first flight of each day. Oh, what's this now? Refer to ops procedure 292301. Okay, what's this? Power transfer unit after engine start. Check PTU operation. Green pump off. Yeah, it's not going to run at all. It's busted. Am I on the right page here? HD, let me say 292301. Find that. Where is it? Ah, there we are. So, presumably, because number installed 1, number required 1, as we don't have one, that's a no-go item, isn't it? If my logic is correct here. Anna, thank you for being here tonight. So, in theory then, we can this is a no-go item, we can't dispatch. So if we land in Porto Santo, we're screwed, unless someone there can fix it. Where's Chalty? In terms of actually flying the aircraft now, it's fine, absolutely fine. So, with the operational procedure, presuming so, check PT operation. Hydraulics is all fine at the moment. So HD, do we need to work our way through 292301 Alpha? Because if we are going to land here, I need to work out what we're going to do. We don't need to work through that. That's fine. I mean, that is after engine start, which presumably is different to in-flight. We're in flight at the moment, so... In real life, Ben, yeah, that's pretty much what we'd have to do. We'd have to turn around. Which, just for the sake of the stream tonight, we're not going to do, so it's going to just cost the airline a bag of money. That was just what I was looking at there. Can we turn around? Do we have enough gas? Yeah, we do. I mean, we've got 5.8, and if we sort of rough calculation, if we have a look at our trip fuel, it's 3.4. So we're looking at 3.444, 5.4. Yeah, we've got enough there to go. So, use the secondary flight plan if we need to, which we can copy our active flight plan now. If we... Where are we? Inbound to Rolla at the moment. So new destination in the secondary flight plan. Go away. Don't enable the alternate. Where do we put that in? HD, I'm having a blank moment. Where's the new destination? We're not just doing a... there we go. LPPT. And if we kind of just reverse the flight, so what was it? Are we on an airway? Uniform number 975, which I think is a one-way airway, isn't it? we could just whack a star and do it that way. Fair enough. So that's what, 02. A star for Lisbon. Runway 02. Ganson 6 November, that'll do. No, sorry, that's the departure, isn't it? Give me a chart for some of the stars. Could take that one. That'll do. Bunsen 6... sorry, Bunsen 5 Bravo. Let's find that. Papa. Oh, I can't find it. Oh, these are for the wrong runways. That's why. Come on, 02. Yeah, that'll do. That'll do. Ligra 9 Alpha. There we are. Pop that in. Pesax, yeah. Clear that. So, turn around. There you go, the route's back there. Looks like we'd land with 5.2 tons. So, yeah, we've got loads of fuel to be able to get back. If we were going to go back. Which in real life we'd have to. Because once we land, we can't dispatch again. $5.2 tons doesn't seem right. Is that a bug with the aircraft? $151 miles. Where does it think we are? So we have used around just under 3 ton, about 2.8 ton. So if we said it was, let's call it 3 ton. So if 3 ton to get here, 3 ton to get back, we've got 5.6. We should land with about 2.5 tons at least there. So yeah. We can do it. I'm not worried about fuel turning around. If we had to turn around and go back, I'm not worried about fuel getting in the way. That would be fine. Captain Beanie on Twitch asks, would the BTU need to be activated for that to kick in? Yeah, I mean, if you if it came up, then it would probably give you a little ping and say, ah, it's broken. Simon wouldn't flying an engineer in stands to be cheaper than returning all the people and everyone to in the hotel. I have no idea. That's where the pilot would contact ops and say, oh, we've got a problem, what do you want us to do? What a stream. This wasn't the plan at the start of it. Okay. I'll tell you what, I'm going to make a decision. Shall we turn back? Shall we turn back around? I will do it. For the good of the channel and the realism, it's what we strive for. We need to turn back around. We've done the fuel check. We know it's fine. Let's... yeah. let's put a sensible route in there. And let's get back to Lisbon. So, in terms of going back then, let's just keep this as simple as possible. So we're inbound Roller, nearly. Let's go back. We can take that 975 airway back to Gansu. And then, is there an arrival from there? Oh, we can just come into Unpot or something like that, can't we? ATC would obviously tell us what to do. Okay, let me build this back up then. So then, secondary flight plan. Let's just have a look at this. So direct Unpot 9 Alpha arrival. Thank you HD for that. So let's go. Who's direct then? So that's turning back around and insert. And now I will use a secondary flight plan. I will sort that in, but we're now going back on part. Back we go. Given the fact we're turning around as well, we need to change flight level. Although he needed us on an odd level, didn't he? We're already on an odd level. Okay, let's stick with that. So now let's go our secondary flight plan. Copy the active. So now we're going to go on part new destination LPPT. Arrival ILS 02 on part 9 Alpha. Where's it gone? And of course, don't forget that there would be now a PA made to the passengers saying, terribly sorry.
Ladies and gentlemen from the cockpit, unfortunately it looks like we won't in fact be able to make it to our planned destination today and will shortly be making our way to our alternative airport instead. We'll be starting our descent in a moment, so please make sure your seat area is clear and tidy as we prepare for our arrival. We apologise for any inconveniences may cause, but you will receive further guidance from the travel desk once we arrive at the airport. Thank you.
Okay, Unput 9 Alpha is 5 SX. That's done. Fuel 1.6, and they want us to leave a flight over separation. That would make sense. So we'll just double check that. So secondary flight plan. They're going to activate the secondary flight plan. Direct on port. Just confirm that. So back in nav mode, because I'm checking over there, because this one's busted. And we're going to go flight level 36. Yep, that's the optimum, so climbing now, flight level 360. Thrust climb, open climb 360 blue. Looking to land then with just over 3.5 tons on board, which means, even though it was quite gusty in Lisbon tonight, we've got enough for a go around as well. Remember, technically flying the aircraft is absolutely fine. But how sad that we're now moving away from that gorgeous sunset. Back we go. Back we go. Oh, this is going to be a much longer stream than I'd planned. Eastbird's Dark Fury, what the heck are you doing? So the fact that we're in the middle of a sort of a configuration change, if you like, where we're going, I'm happy with where we're going direct to. I'm just going to keep an eye on private flight display, make sure nothing daft happens. So we've got Mac Alt Start at the moment. And Barry Bartson, mate, thank you so much for a €5 donation saying this is for turning back. +1 for the realism. Barry, oh mate, I appreciate that. I really, really do. As I say, definitely was not the plan when I started out tonight. I'm going to have to do Porto Santo at some point. I just bought the scenery for it. So we will try again one night. So that's it. I'm now going to go through and check everything in Lisbon. We know we've got to go back somewhere with a good engineering base. So let's go check the weather. Let's do all of that. We're now heading in the right direction. So let's see. Let's see what's happening. So the wind's currently 33018. I mean, that's okay, isn't it? You know, get that. There's nothing wrong with the aircraft. Flying the aircraft's absolutely fine. You know, it's not like we've lost any flight controls, computers, or anything like that. So that's not a problem. Now, this is where a bit of specialist knowledge comes in. Faro's closer. Presumably, have they got anyone on the ground there that can sort this aircraft out? Let's have a look. Destination estimate fuel on board below minimums. Yeah, I don't know if that's because we've diverted. I mean, 3.6 to me seems fine. Maybe it thinks we've got 3 points. It doesn't think we're going back, does it? After we've landed there. No. Ben, I'm not too familiar with European hubs for EasyJet. I know there's one at Lisbon, got Paris, Basel, Geneva. I think the one is Toulouse as well. Oh, remove the alternate because, well, we're not doing that. Ah, there you go. That's where we're getting it from. There, so we've got loads of extra fuel on there. Yeah, the alternate was still in the fuel planning. That's fine. Right, guys, back we go. Okay, we're level. We're at our cruise altitude. Everything's fine. I'm going to go back to monitoring this. There we go. Top of descent is once again in around 260 miles. I need a drink. Woodcut 83 has just rejoined the stream. What's he missed? Okay, yeah, you've missed quite a you've missed a navigation display breaking and a PTU breaking. Unfortunately, a PTU is a no-go item, which means if we landed in Porto Santo, then someone needs to fix it there before we can take off again. Porto Santo, small airport, no engineers, no one's going to be able to fix our aircraft. Back we go to Lisbon. So, back we go. Tiago, you asked if I was doing the return flight. Technically, no. But back we come. Anyway, guys, if you are enjoying the random failures flight, it wasn't meant to be a random failures flight, but our wonderful community have decided to spend some of their points, then please do hit that like button. It does make a big difference to the stream, so if you haven't done that already, then please do.
Thank you. I hope you enjoy your drink.
Eastbirds, what have you done? Are you trying to get me in the Atlantic? Is that it? Okay. Oh, I hate you. Right. Eastbird's gone for another failure. Let's be I don't have enough plans left. Oh, hang on, wrong one. Random failures. What the hell was that? We've just lost a generator. Okay, how are we flying? Fine. Straight, level. Autopilot's still in. Okay, so electrical generator 1 fault. And electrics page, yeah, generator is looking rather unhealthy on the lower ECAM. On the overhead, confirmation there as well. So I think we can confirm that failure. We have a generator 1 fault. And then we've got some ECAM actions to look at as well. So let's follow the ECAM actions, and then we'll go through the QRH if that's not helpful. So generator 1 off, then on. Off. On. Okay, looks like that's not going to work. Alright, generator 1 fault. If it's unsuccessful, we'll turn that off. Looks like that first generator is just absolutely knacked. God, that engineer's going to be busy when we get back to Lisbon. So, we'll leave that off. As said, that's now off. Just going to look at the systems page as well. So, Cat 3 dual, not that that was a... How come that's gone up to Cat 3 dual? We lost Cat 2 a bit ago. Cat 3 dual, main galleon generator 1's off, Cat 3 single only. Alright. Okay, so we have completed the ECAM actions. Let's have a look at the QRH, see if there's anything we can do. Probably not in flight, but worth a look. As for the Mel, well, we're going back anyway. So let's go again. See what we can find. Hitting him out to look at the APU start. Interesting in that... is that just general knowledge? At the moment, I'm just still working my way through the info. So we'll start the APU, presumably in case the second one decides to go boop. think there is a limit for flying with the APU. Alright. So let's watch that start and hope that works. God, I'm glad I've got a lot of charge in my tablet tonight. Oh, HD, I'm definitely not happy with this aircraft. Did you fly this one last? Everything's going wrong. We're like on the voyage of the damned this evening. My car's more reliable than this aircraft. Funnily enough, at the moment, I can't find anything in the QRH regarding the generator. I mean, we've got the ECAM anyway, and I don't think there's much more you can do about it. It's not like I can go down there and fix it, and I'm pretty certain that pulling circuit breakers isn't going to do anything. So there you go. Is the APU powering the essential bus? Okay. So let's clear. We've got generator 1 clear. Okay, well, aside from that, surely nothing else can go wrong. Now, funnily enough, I'm now just jumping to the mail. Let's see what's in there. So which one is it we lost? Generator 1. I think I can't remember how many failures I allowed you guys to use, but I don't think we can do it anymore. We'll end up in the Atlantic. And let's be honest, how many failures in real life do you expect your aircraft to have? I think this is an unbelievable amount of failures. But do you know what? We've had 3 failures. No, have we had 3 or 4? Can't remember. 3 or 4 failures. And the aircraft is still flying. The aircraft is still flying absolutely fine. So I think we'll close the failures now, as we've had more than enough for one flight. You've got us diverted, we're turning back, and that's yeah, that's that's your lot. Lazarus says the Qantas A380. Yeah, okay. 134 failures on departure. Hey Danny, good to see you. What are all the failures? Oh god, who's going to list them? So navigation display 1 has lost. DCDU number 2 lost. PTU broke, and generator 1 broke. I think that's enough for any aircraft. So apologies not been paying too much to the chat, guys. So my head has been in documents for the majority of today's flight. But the Ecam electrical generator number 1 fault. Let's have a look. Condition of dispatch. So 1 may be inoperative for a maximum of 10 days. IDG not disconnected, or 50 flight hours. IDG disconnected, whichever occurs first. Providing the flight altitude is limited to 33,500 feet. Oh. APU needs to be operative and used throughout the flight. APU fuel pump is operative. APU oil consumption is checked and equipped by maintenance for the intended flight. This is for dispatch as well, remember. So in flight, it's a little bit different. But in theory, then, going with that, we need to get down to 33,500 feet, which we're not going to do that, of course. Let's get down to 32. Then we're fine. HD says I'm brief. I'm just going to brief first and then brief. This is going to be a decent brief. So let's get down to 32. I'm going to pop that in managed descent, which just basically means we're going to get 1,000 feet per minute, so that's fine. So, descent to 320 blue. Alright. And just before the brief, Eastbirds, mate, thank you so much for your 5 Easyjets in Pilot Channel memberships. You are partly the cause of the reason why the stream was taking a turn for the worst. Thank you, Eastbirds. I hope you've enjoyed the stream, Eastbirds, anyway, because people have been begging for you to use some of your failures on my flight. Well, tonight was clearly the night. Thank you for your membership, Eastbirds. Welcome to, and new members as well, guys. Thank you so much. All right then. So let's have a look. Let's get some charts up. So on pot, which one are we going on? We're on the 9 Alpha, did we say in the end? Let's have a quick look. On pot 9 Alpha, let's grab that chart. Into Lisbon. That's inbound. 9 Alpha. There we are. Let's get rid of the SID. Don't need that. And I want the ILS. 02. Alright, so just going to have a quick look through this and work out how we're going to be coming in. So we're going to be doing 02 ILS approach, unport 9 alpha. Just undo that, and Venkatesh, thank you, mate. So generous. Your $9.99 super chat. Thank you for that. There's a button on the overhead stop co-pilots from injecting failures. Press that. I don't think in real life they would inject the failures anyway, but really do appreciate the donation there, Venkatesh. Hope you're enjoying the flight. Thank you for being here and donating to this channel. Very generous of you. Okay, so yeah, just coming back in here. That's coming in via PSX. Transition, just like any normal approach now. Transition altitude 4,000 feet. Platform altitude is also 4,000 feet at PSX. MSA, which we know from departing, 3,000. And visibility, I'll double check it, I'm pretty certain it's cab okay. Bear in mind, Cat, all of this is not permitted anyway, but thanks to the failures. Cat 1, ILS 530. ILS information, India Lima India, and airfield elevation 330. Missed approach is just straight out. And climbing straight ahead 270. Well, that's quite high. And the legend, Theory mate, thank you so much for your gift as well. You're partly responsible for today's flights going completely wrong as well. Thank you, legend. Appreciate that. And William, thank you as well for your 21 months of channel membership, first officer level. Good evening, William. You joined us on the Voyage of the Damned. I'm sure the chat will let you know what's happened. Okay, so that's fine. That's fine. Let's get some weather for Lisbon. Just want to check the Prague page. That's 320. That's fine. I'll tell you what, in all of that messing around, we didn't put cost index back to 4. Not that that's going to make a massive dent in anything. All right, let's get the latest weather then. So we've got some ATIS as well. Winds currently 320 at 12. Varying from the left as we're coming in. Visibility is fine, so as it was when we left. A few clouds, 1,600 feet. Temperature 16. Q8 is 1022. I'm going to cheat a little bit because I've got no PM to sort it out with this. Runway 2 is in use. That's fine. After landing, we're vacating Hotel 4, which is it Hotel 4 we normally go on? Yeah, oh, have they changed the name? Did that used to be Hotel November? For anyone that knows Lisbon ground. Okay, Hotel 4 it is. Well, that's a nice long rollout then, isn't it? So, Hotel 4, that's fine. Was that an old Meta? Let me just check that. "25 minutes ago. It's all the same. It's all the same. Okay, that's fine. And thanks for being here. Hope you're well. Speak to you soon. Make sure you come back and check to make sure we got in safely. And we've got information. Juliet. Underground on Twitch. Why are we diverting? Lots of failures, and one failure means that if we landed, we can't take off again until it's fixed, and we were going to Porto Santo where there's no one there to fix it, so we're going back to base basically. That's the short version anyway. Alright. Yeah, HD, daylight saving time catches me out. Especially, it catches me out for about 5 months. And then I'm fine for a month, and then it changes again. Alright, let's get that information into the into the box. Well, let's just go through the box properly like we would normally do. So at PESEX, why has it got a hold in there at PESEX? Surely that shouldn't be in there. I mean, is that the do not pass go, do not collect £200 clearance limit? Yeah, there we go. Clearance limit and a hold. All right. So I don't know if ATC's around. They might get us vectors straight in. But basically, then at PESEX, just check the speeds. What's it got there? 200. They're not a million miles away, so that's fine. Can I delete that hold? I've tried doing this before and I don't think it likes it. Can I get rid of that? Oh, I might be able to. Oh, there we are. Oh, that's fine. Insert temporary. PESEX. Oh, it's still, yeah, it's done it again, look. It's still got the hold in there. I mean, whatever. We don't plan on holding. I doubt I'll need to be honest, this time of night. Oh shoot, what have I just done? I've just deleted PESEX entirely. Temporarily erased that. I think that's a little bug with the system. Alright. I don't need to update the speeds, that's fine. We'll leave Lisbon in there. It's in there anyway from when we departed, so that's fine. Progress page, LPPT, runway 02, which is now where we're going back to. Performance page. Let's just get the information. So I've got it written down. QNH is 1022. Christian, the hold's part of the approach. Yeah, I know it's part of the approach. I'm gonna have to try and confirm as to whether the real box does that or not, without the ability to actually remove it. The temperature, I didn't write that down. 16. Winds 320 at 12. 4,000. Minimums 530. And config 3. No reason why we can't. It's a nice long runway and we're going to be rolling to the end anyway, almost. Clean 222, VAT 140, secondary flight plan, copy active, and done. Right, box is set up, we're about ready for a brief. Let's just get that on there. That's fine. Still got quite a bit of time to go. Oh, Migs, mate, thank you so much for your $13.99 donation, Migs. Good to see you as well tonight, Migs. Hope you are well. Have the flap rings all failed today? Just want to make sure that we keep up the chain of streams where flap rings are mentioned at least once. Well, you've mentioned them twice there, Mix. Thank you so much. Yeah, it's been an interesting stream. We started out with a great evening planned, headed out over the Atlantic, chasing that sunset to Porto Santo, and then the guys decided to spend their Easyjet points. We've had 4 failures, and we've broken the aircraft to the point where we need to land somewhere with engineers, so back we go to Lisbon. That's basically the long and short of our story this evening. Yeah, that's it. Okay, so let's do our brief. Okay, so weather information, we've just gone through that. So we've got a decent, a little bit of crosswind coming in from the left, 320 at 12, visibility is fine, fuel cloud's 1,600 feet, QNH is 1022. Let's get that set up in the box now. There we are. Shut up. There we are. 1022. That's a lot. So yeah, no problems with the weather. The aircraft is where the hell do I begin? The aircraft is buggered. So yeah, we have lost the PTU. Generator 1 has failed. The CM1's navigation display has failed. The CM2 CDCU has also failed. So yeah, a lot more now not working than it was when we when we left, and of course the weather radar, don't forget that. So any of these actually affect the conditions of flight? No, thankfully. Aircraft is still operating absolutely fine. We're not an alternate law or direct law or any rubbish like that. Emergency electrical config. God, I hope we never get to see that. So everything is fine. It's just, you know, some of the a couple of the systems have bust, but it's not going to affect our control and overall flight and getting to the airport. So that's all fine, well and good. NOTAMs. I should know these because, well, let's face it, we departed this airport, but did I read them? No. VOR Lisbon is unserviceable, that's fine, not using that. Tax line F, Golf, work in progress. Well, where are we going to be taxiing? Well, Easyjet they used to use this terminal 2 now, they don't, they use terminal 1, so I'm imagining if they're doing that as in real life, we'll get into terminal 1, so it's going to be a hotel, uniform, alpha, so none of that affects us. Yeah, so no NOTAMs. And threats to be aware of, well, probably just our own bloody aircraft in case anything else breaks, to be honest. Remember, random failures are also still turned on, so something else could go wrong. Yeah, let's hope that's not the case. So, seriously though, threats to be aware of coming into Lisbon. Just the wind's probably going to be our biggest one, to be honest with you, tonight. A little bit of terrains to the north and the west, which we spoke about on departure. But yes, the wind's probably just going to potentially cause us not an issue, but keep it in the forefront of our minds as we come in. So the approach and arrival then. So we're going to be expecting ILS approach runway 02. Runway 02 is a nice 45-meter wide runway. We've got PAPIs, high intensity runway lights, etc. It's a normal 3-degree approach as well, so pretty standard. The arrival then, we're going to be doing 1.9 alpha. So coming in, we've got some speed constraints, which obviously we shall respect. When we start to head down, we're going to get down flight level 190, top of descent, unless told otherwise from ATC, and then we'll just follow the full procedure in to PESAX, and then it's we're on the localizer. The way I'll configure that is basically a sort of green dot, and then flaps 1 as we approach PESAX, flaps 2 with the glide as per usual. Platform altitude is 4,000 feet. Auto brake low we'll use, and we're vacating once we've landed on Hotel 4, and then we'll expect Hotel Uniform Alpha and park somewhere in front of the terminal. So yeah, just a pretty normal brief in terms of how we're going to fly the approach, configure the aircraft and that. As I say, threats to be aware of. That's still pretty much just the little crosswind from the left, 11 knots, something like that. Let's check the fuel then. So we've got 4.3 tons. That's fine. So let's go through the box. So flight plan just confirmed, 9 alpha, coding of that is checked. Let me just have a look, see what it looks on the navigation display. If we do that, make sure there's no surprises lurking there. Get constraints on. So yeah, the hole's been built into that, so just need to be aware of that. We're not going to be doing the hold at PESAX unless we're told for whatever point. So that's fine. Oh, come back. Radnar page, we've got Lisbon. Progress page is all filled out. Just to help with a bit of situational awareness, actually, if we just pop in LPPT 02, 12 miles, that's going to be 4,000 feet, so visual reference on there. And performance page, is filled out. So we're doing a config 3, landing today, minimum is 530, VAPS 140, clean all the 222s. Fuel prediction, looking to land about just under 4 tons of fuel on board, 3.7, which gives us a landing weight then of what, 58, 59, 60, 61, about 61. 61.7. So that's fine. We haven't got an issue with that. And all set. All right. So I think that's pretty much everything briefed. Ithaca King Pro on Twitch. Yes, we are on VATSIM. That is right. Absolutely we are. And we should be on the ground in hopefully around close to half an hour. Oh, our passengers are going to be peeved. They've lost a day of their holiday. And Migs, continuing your support of the channel, your amazing support after your donation earlier, has gifted 10 Easyjet Sin Pilot channel memberships. Migs, we're going to have to change your name to Legend as well. Matching Dark Fury here. Migs, thank you so much, gifting 10 Easyjet Sin Pilot channel memberships tonight on our rather strange stream that we've had this evening. So thank you so much, Migs. Really do appreciate that. Amazing stuff. Better plug that back in. Don't want my EFB failing as well. Backix173 says to HD, he's concluded he's either stood at the aircraft or is an actual pilot. Yeah, Backix, so HD is type rated on the A320. Why do you think I refer to him as my PM on every stream? If I do something wrong, he knows about it before anybody else. I can see a glow in the distance. It's probably the airport on fire, knowing the way our look's gone this evening. Does it give you a fuel burn of the APU anywhere? Possibly not. New Hawaii, thank you for the follow. So I am aware as well, this is to everyone who has sent a message on the chat, either on Twitch or on YouTube. I do apologise if I have missed a question or a comment or a hi, a shout out, etc. My apologies. It has been a very busy night. I bet HD's been busier than he planned as well this evening. you know it's serious when he has to go reach for the work tablet. Cabin's a very quiet place. no one's celebrating and looking forward to their holiday now, are they? Is the APU fuel burn in the Ofcom? I'm not going to look for it. Somebody else can. Easyjet says you're happy we're returning to Lisbon means he doesn't need to go to the office tomorrow. I wonder if we should actually try doing this flight again tomorrow. Sensor failures. Right, top of descent is in about 20 miles. We've done the brief. Andrew, I'm paying for your taxi all the way back to Porto Santo. Thanks, Christian. So we've got 130, 65, and 51. So we can probably work on 65, can't we? HD, I hope your missus has got something interesting to entertain her tonight, because you've been taken up with more important matters. God knows what my missus will say when she thought I was going to be done probably about half an hour ago. He says to make people feel better, the hotels will be paid for and €400 compensation each. You see, look at it that way. That's a big chunk towards the cost of your holiday. Oh, Ballistic, right, you start GCSEs tomorrow. Oh my word, are they starting already? Well, Ballistic, good luck with that. Hope you get on well with them. Borrow UJB on Twitch. Does anyone know if there's a free 737 for Maxwell Flight Simulator? If there is, I wouldn't know about it, I'm afraid. HT, I should fly it from the right hand side. I had thought about it, given the daft situation with the screens. Oh, controlling it with my right hand, which I am right-handed, so you'd think that'd be easy, but I mean, it just feels weird. Right then, guys, down we go. Flight level 190. So thrust idle descent and 180. I wanted 19 and 190 blue. Different destination.
The cabin crew by tidying up your tray table and handing them any litter as they come around. That would be most appreciated. For safety reasons, we ask now that you please turn off all electronic devices or switch them to airplane mode until after we have landed. Please note that the aircraft toilets are now out of use. If you wish to become a Easyjet SIM pilot channel member, please contact a member of your cabin crew who will be happy to assist you. Thank you, and we hope you have enjoyed your flight.
Shall I do it from the right hand seat? Do you know my biggest problem with the right hand? I can't use a mouse with my left hand. So I'm literally going to be sort of fixated because I can't fly the aircraft and pan around, so to speak. Not that I would be doing anyway. I mean, let me just shift the side stick over. I'm not sure my right hand has ever held this side stick. Let's check the wires don't get crossed underneath the table. Right, the side stick is now in my right hand. God, that feels weird. Right, I hope I've just set a custom view up to sort that out. Yeah, there we go. Alright. So I've got a view sorted out now for here. God, that's bloody bright. Turn that down. Blind dog. Oh, I don't like this. Everything looks backwards. That actually does make me feel more at home. It really does. I prefer that. Oh, HD, I am flying autopilot. Don't be daft. I'm not hand flying this thing in. No chance. And you are quite right. As we ascertained earlier when reading, I can still fly it from the left-hand seat quite easily. So, HD, what did you want to suggest doing? Just flying it from the left-hand seat, but with my right hand, just for the hell of it. Oh, I see what you mean. Did you mean sit over here until we were on autopilot and then jump back in to the correct place once we're visual? Which is essentially how the aircraft, I guess, would be flown. That's the problem. I keep skipping lines of text in the chat. I thought you meant literally jump over to the first officer's side and fly the whole thing right hand, right seat, which I've never done, by the way. Danny does make a good point. It is cheating. I get my navigation display back, which has failed. Christian, I should try and land it from the window seat. What about from what about from there? Ah, got you. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. So, first officer flies it, or rather has this view using the autopilot. Then when we're happy in visual, then we'll go back to how we just normally fly it. Because there's no reason the pilot flying couldn't be the first officer. Sorry, couldn't be the captain. As when we went through all the checks earlier, we ascertained that once he's happy, once he's visual, he can fly. I'm still keeping my screens this way around. I too got a gifted membership from Migs. That's an incredible name, the longest name I think in the chat. Thank you so much for your $2 Canadian donation. I don't know who you really are, but that is a classic name. You're going to have to keep that now. Right, speed, I'll start. Let's continue our descent down. I've got 10,000. I'm going to pop that into open. And, oh god, everything looks... Ah, wrong one. See, already looks weird. Constraints aren't on either. Ah, do you know what I've not got on this navigation display? Have I got it, or are they independent? Oh, I didn't know, because I'd put the fixers rings on my side. Didn't know if that transferred over to the first officer's side. Would that happen in real life, or is what the fixers page that you pop on here independent as well? So, you know, the first officer can put what the hell he wants on. Yeah, good point. We should also be using autopilot 2. So autopilot 2 is engaged. This is playing with HD's head. All right. I keep looking in the wrong place for stuff, and let's face it, the click spots in this aircraft aren't the best anyway. Okay, I'm fed up with this aircraft braking, so I'll just wind that speed up. And you know, if we can, and there's no ATC around, and nothing on TCAS, then I'll see if I can get us in a little quicker. Without flying full procedure, we can go direct PSX, and down we go. So HD, the fixtures are shared. Fair enough. Fair enough. Migs, you make a very good point. It's amazing how sitting just a metre to the right completely messes up with all your visual references and muscle memory. I know, I want to muck around with my displays, and I'm looking over here, and they're not there. Mike, would standard operating procedure be to move to the right seat? No, Mike. I'm just acting as a sort of the PM, if you like, tonight. Assuming PM is the first officer on our initial leg. Right, let's start winding that speed back. So we'll start dropping down below 10,000 feet, which is fine. We're nicely below the profile as well, so we've got lots of time to be able to level off, slow down, etc. So, speed 250. I feel like I'm having to be very, very deliberate with everything I'm doing sat over here. Hey bro, thank you for the follow. So ground frequency is online still in Lisbon. No other ATC, that's fine. Okay, 10,000 feet. Get the lights on.
The traffic EV383 is currently at 10,005 miles from Essex on the RNAV02 approach.
So someone do the RNAV, he's pretty much at Essex, so he's well out of our way. Alright, let's continue our descent down. Thrust idle, open descent. God, he's bouncing around a bit. And 4,000 blue. God, this is weird. Approach phase activated. And we're now using VS 1600. An aircraft there, I can see him on TCAS. He's about 10 miles ahead of us looking at that. Lisbon traffic Alpine 6735 is 3 miles from Ekmar on the Pot 9 Alpha. Approach for the ILS runway 02 at Lisbon. Alright, let's manage the speed. I was going to take a shortcut, but we've got other traffic there as well, so might as well continue. Thrust idle over descent 4,000. Just come back into 4,000 while we manage the speed so it can bleed off. What do I mean, bro? The APU is on because we've lost generator number 1. Danny, flap 3 landing just for the normal reasons, you know, nice long runway, it's better for fuel efficiency and engine wear, etc. So, yeah, that's why. Nothing to do with any of the failures we've had this evening. Petra says, please, after all of this that we've gone through tonight, please butter the landing. Can't promise. Can't promise. How weird does this view look to you guys? For me, it's just messing with my head.
Ladies and gentlemen, we will shortly be landing. Please ensure your cabin bag is safely stowed with your laptop inside. Your tray table must be stowed, armrest down, and window blind open.
Okay, VS 900.
Your seatbelt fastened, ready for landing. Please help us by handing in any rubbish, newspapers, or magazines that you do not want to take with you.
HD, no, you're right, we did miss the approach XO bar. FQ Nations 1022, seatbelt signs are on, minimums 530. Auto brake low, EFB is stowed. And lock blue. Lock star. Where's my little arrow? Oh well. That's where we'll intercept the glide slope. 12 miles out. So there we go. I'm visual. Simon, it does seem bouncy, you're right. I need to clean up the flight plan. So, that's interesting. Oh, PSX is the last one. So that's PSX. Make sure we stay in lock mode. Where's my glide slope? There it is. It's just starting to come down actually. So we manage speed. We are at the moment flaps 1. Speed's checked. Flaps 1. Got aircraft on final ahead of us. Let's roll speed back. 180. Right. How can we get rid of that bloody hold? Do you know, I was hoping there'd be a centre fix on there, but it's not. So if we go direct to PSX and don't go into nav mode on the approach. Has it got rid of it? It has got rid of it. There we are. Nice headwind slowing us down. A reminder of generator 1 failed. How far ahead is that aircraft? It's about 5 and a bit miles ahead, so probably just slow down a little bit now. So we'll use that wind and flaps 2. Speed's checked, flaps 2. And we'll just reduce speed a little bit. We'll go 160. Glide slope star, missed approach altitude 7,000 feet. That's interesting. Why have we lost ILS on the captain's side? Maybe that's why you need to be visual. Although, I didn't see anything when we were reading about losing the ILS system on the captain's side. Oh, it's because it's not turned on, idiot. It's because I'm sat over here. It's all wrong. Alright, happy. Let's jump ship back to our normal seat. Lisbon traffic Alpine 6735 is established ILS runway 02, 9 mile final. I think the aircraft ahead of us was doing a what's it approach, R&P approach. You don't want to slow down to VAP because I don't know where he is, but he seems to be getting a bit close. What was that mode revision? We seem to be getting very close. We're going to end up having a go around here, aren't we?
2,500.
Radar altimeter alive. Seven miles. How slow is this aircraft going? 6.5 miles. He's getting bloody closer. if we need to go around, we need to go around. Straight forward. It's straight out 7,000 feet. Lisbon traffic, Alpine 6735, 5 mile final, runway 02, and we're reducing final approach speed. The guy's obviously busy, there's no more comms coming from him. Landing checklist, camera secured, ground altitude 7,000 feet, say, remember landing no blue. Right at the 1,000 mark. Well, he's rolling down the runway. I expect late landing clearance. I just wanted a wind check. What about R5 control? Need that on in case we do need to go around. So I can check the FMAs. Oh, here comes that wind. Ah, it's blowing us off. Come on. Get in. Oh, geez, this is a battle.
100 above.
And Easy383 is vacated, runway 02.
Excellent.
Minimum.
Continue. My God.
50, 40, 30, 20,
The traffic expects runway 02, number 2, airport 1.7.
Plenty of rudder. Right, so we've got the spoilers deployed, reverse green.
Lisbon traffic airport 487,
Decent.
we're on LS02, DME 11.
Manual brakes.
Ladies and gentlemen, the cabin crew will shortly be leaving their seats to perform safety-related duties. However, we ask that you remain seated until the fasten seatbelt sign has been switched off. Portable electronic devices for messaging, calls, or internet access may now be used. Please make sure that you take all your personal belongings.
And we're back where we started.
Underneath the seat and in the overhead lockers. Do take care when opening the lockers in case anything falls out. Smoking is not
Lisbon traffic, runway
permitted
02
in
vacated.
a designated smoking area. On behalf of the captain and the crew, it has been our pleasure looking after you today. Our ground crew will help you complete your Easyjet journey. For the latest news,
Good night, Andrew.
flight and destination information, check out our official Facebook page, Twitter, or Easyjet app.
Right, APU's already started. I think ground is online, so Christian says nearest maintenance hangar. What's the ground frequency? 1217. Yeah, the same one that we were on to begin with. Where are we? Uniform. And ground Alpine 6735 is with you on uniform.
Alpine 6735, welcome to Lisbon.
Again.
Stand 117 via uniform and Alpha.
117 via uniform and Alpha, Alpine 6735, thank you. Right, we're going 117. Fair enough. Migs, thank you so much for $5.50. Another donation, Migs. It's incredibly generous of you saying, hold on, Porto Santo looks a bit different. I promise, guys, I will take us to Porto Santo. I absolutely will get us to Porto Santo someday. Oh, the ground crew, we're going to be busy tonight. Leonardo's just come back on screen. What's happened for us to come back? Everything. Absolutely everything. Oh, it's been an interesting night. But guys, have you enjoyed it? Have you enjoyed tonight's stream? If you have, please do hit that like button before you go. HD, if you can just tell the MOC and tell him to bring a friend. It's going to be a late night for him anyway. So if you haven't already done so, please do leave a like as you go. That ping you've just heard was the ground control Lisbon going, isn't your flight plan wrong? Well, yeah, I guess it is now. I'm glad you enjoyed it, Wally. Yeah, Leonard, definitely a stream to remember, I think, this one. Right, do you reckon we can just take that stand instead? Lovro, have had any problems with the TCAS in the Phoenix? No. That's one thing that worked perfectly tonight. Now here's an interesting, not a problem, but final question then to pose given the failures we got this evening. Single engine taxi. We could shut down engine number 2 now, couldn't we? Yeah? Why not? Why have I still got these on? They should be off. I'm not going to, by the way. There's a couple of reasons we're not going to single engine taxi our way in. I mean, Ben, with the PTUs, we'd use the electric pump as well for that. Oh, come on, Tap. Where are you going?
Lisbon ground, good after, good evening actually, Portugal 487, vacated runway 02, I hold 4 request taxi.
Golf 487, visual 18, taxi to stand 107 via uniform and Alpha.
Taxi to stand 107 via Uniform and Alpha, Portugal 487, thank you.
HC, what fuel did we land with? We're on the TAC now. Just over 3.4 ton. Which is pretty much what we worked it out at, isn't it? I think. If this aircraft starts to push back, I'll cry. Come on, where's he going? And as we sit here waiting for the tap to decide where it's going, there he is, off he moves, fantastic. Migs, thank you so much. An amazing donation from you today, Migs. Unbelievably kind and generous. The £11 donation finishing our stream off, saying last donation of the day.
Portugal 4214, please move.
Thanks for the education. Education. I can't even say that. Education and hopefully entertainment, as always, Gavin. It's much appreciated. From all important SimBrief profiles and standard operating procedures to mid-Atlantic screams, it's all phenomenal. Mid-Atlantic screams. Thank you, Mix. I really do appreciate that. I like the ground controller saying, please move. I haven't got wing mirrors, but I bet there's a traffic jam behind me. This feels weird coming to Terminal 1.
Easy 383 Lisbon.
Lisbon ground, boa noite. Portugal 1476, vacated runway 02.
Portugal, session calling please again.
Lisbon ground, muito boa noite. Portugal 1476, vacated runway 02.
Migs, are we going to do Porto Santo another day? Yeah, definitely, we are.
Stand 115 via Uniform and Alpha.
Who knows, if things go
Taxi to stand 115 via Uniform and Alpha, Portugal
if things go okay tomorrow, might, everything's always a might with me, I'm afraid, might even try it again tomorrow. You know, we'll take the passengers that have lost a day of their holiday, we'll try and get them there tomorrow. Ben, we're stand 117. Which is just here. I've never seen this part of the Lisbon terminal. Well, it's new for Easyjet. Stand 117. We're normally at what do you call it? Terminal 2. Looks nice though. Come on, just roll us forward a little more. That will do nicely. Oh, parking brakes on. Alright. let's shut it down for the night. So APU obviously is on. APU bleeds on for the time being as well. Packs are running. So parking brake is set. Let's shut it down. Shut down engine 1. And this bit of fun bit. Just go to the electrical page. This is where I like learning stuff. And shut down engine number 2. So that comes off. Obviously as that spools back then, generator 2 will, there you go, deaded. And the APU is now powering AC1, AC2 and everything else. And this is now when we've got lots of in-op systems because we've lost the generators. ELAC 1's also gone. Yeah, generator 2 fault, obviously that's just because we shut the engines off. But there you are. The boys have got a lot to fix tonight. So guys, thank you so much for watching. Really hope you've enjoyed tonight's stream. Dark Fury and Eastbirds giving us the failures, which means we're right back here in Lisbon with a load of disappointed / angry passengers. We will do Porto Santo again, I promise, and with a bit of luck we will actually get there. So thank you so much guys for your amazing support tonight. A massive shout out to all of those of you who have donated Easyjet Sim Pilot channel memberships, and of course donated through super chats as well. Thank you again to Migs for some amazing donations this evening, Barry for major donations as well, and I don't want to single any miss anybody out, but so many donations from all you guys tonight. Thank you so much. Really hope you've enjoyed what I had planned to be a stress-free, chilled out Sunday night fly over the Atlantic chasing the sun. How wrong I was. Guys, thank you so much for watching. No way am I writing up that TED log. I'll be here all bloody night. So guys, I will see you on the next live stream. Not sure when that will be as always, but make sure you get on our Discord server and I will ping you guys when I know when that's going to be. Thank you so much everyone for watching. I shall see you all on the next one. Good night guys. Bye bye.
Lisbon ground, Air Portugal 1476.